Have you heard about the investigation? My sources say the investigation is journalism. Journalism is investigation, journalist, and my sources say, prove me wrong. That's not journalism at all. Right now, you've got somebody, a very prominent woman, who's out there talking about TPUSA and Charlie Kirk. She's making all the headlines. She's getting millions and millions of views. Would I like to have that many views? Of course, but I'm not doing this because of the views. I'm doing it because when you present yourself as a journalist, you've got to actually show that you know how to do the job. Now, let me give you my bona fides, because I talk about this and we actually joke about it on my radio show. But I've won dozens of awards for excellence in journalism, from the Michigan AP, from the Michigan Association of Broadcasters, from the New York AP. I mean, I'm talking about best live shot, best newscast, best feature, that was in Michigan, best documentary for the Motown 40 that I did. Over and over and over again, I've won all these awards. I did it for a very long time. I was a main news anchor in Saginaw, Flint, Michigan, Kalamazoo, Grand Rapids. I was the morning and noon anchor. I was the main anchor and the news director, managing editor in Lansing, Michigan. I was the main anchor in Albany, Schenectady, Troy, New York. And then I went back into talk radio. I know how to do it. I made my living as a journalist, and I won a lot of awards. That said, the job is not to go out there and make allegations. The job is not to put a microphone in somebody's face and say, why do you keep robbing your neighbor's house? Boom. What do you mean? I'm not robbing my neighbor's house. Oh, prove me wrong. You're robbing your neighbor's house. Boom. Well, there's a prominent person who is not a journalist. She is a big-time commentator. She's got a huge following, and she's a great content creator. In fact, I talked to her on my show once. Charlie Kirk actually had her call my show once because he couldn't make it, and he felt obligated. It was very nice of him to have her call in. But she's out there saying, basically, you're robbing your neighbor's house. Prove me wrong. What she's saying is that Charlie Kirk told her, or made it clear to insiders at TPUSA, one or the other, that he was done with the Israel narrative and blah, blah, blah. And that he also was going to bring her back. She claims he was going to bring her back to TPUSA, a place that she left for several different reasons. If you ask Grok or ChatGPT, they're not sure why she left, but it couldn't have been great because she was gone. But suddenly he was going to bring her back. A couple of weeks before he died, he was going to bring her back somehow. And she now challenges the people that she's accusing of hiding this story to come out and prove her wrong. That's not the way it works. Listen, when you're in a newsroom, you get the lead from the assignment editor, or you get the lead from your sources at the police department. You get the lead from somebody calling in from a neighborhood. This is going on. A new business is going up. A crime happened over here. You go out there and you start asking questions. You are not the story. You go out there and ask the question, was there a robbery? Was there a fire? Hey, your new business, what's it going to do? And then you get that information. Now, if there are sources, because you're investigating, okay, you can do that too, you might have to keep them anonymous, but you hear their voice. You see them mosaicked out. You are not the story. The story is never, I am sitting here on the perch of journalism, and I say this happened, and now you have to prove me wrong after I made a bunch of allegations. If this person has information, because she says if TPUSA and everybody involved doesn't come out and say that she's wrong or prove her wrong, and if they say that she's lying, she will then release the information she has, and she's got the video proof. I have an idea. Instead of going through the mechanisms and the machinations of telling somebody that you're accusing of something or that you're alleging something about, you're asserting something about, instead of telling them, prove me wrong, just release the information. That would be just as big a hit. You're going to get millions and millions of views. Here are the videos proving that what I said about Charlie's true. Here are the videos that because what I say about Israel is true. Here are the videos, here are the text messages that Charlie and I shared. If he was ready to go, don't tell me he only did it over voice. Because I talked to Charlie Kirk since 2018. We were friends professionally. I never spent a lot of time with him. He was on my show 6 times. We communicated via text all the time. We didn't stop and do phone calls. We communicated over text. And he was great. Show me the text messages and stop making allegations and trying to force somebody to jump into what you started. She started this whole mess and now wants people that she's, again, making assertions about to come in and either prove her right or wrong. Why? You've got family members grieving. Okay? You've got an organization that's restructuring, trying to make sure that his movement becomes the revolution it should be. You've got people that are busy making sure his show goes on, and TPUSA stops on campus. That continues. They don't need to be bothered with your BS. So either show your work, show your proof, or stop saying it. I get it. You're getting millions and millions of views, and that's very financially good. And you're a great creator. You're somebody who's got a very good brain. Why are you doing this? I don't get it. I don't understand. I mean, she accused Netanyahu of something, so he released the actual letter that didn't say what she said it said. So I'm confused why this is continuing. And what really boggles my mind, because again, I did it for a living. I'm not saying I'm a journalist. Look at me. I did it. I got paychecks for being a really good journalist. Made a lot of money doing it. Decided I wanted to have an opinion, so I went to talk radio and now talk television and everything else. But what I don't get is why she continues to assert that she knows something and that she's got the information to prove she knows something, but will only release the information that proves she knows something if somebody says that she doesn't know something. What? This person, as talented as she is, and she's young and she's great looking and all that, and she's got a great following, could never work for me in a newsroom. Ever. Ever. I don't understand why you do this. Don't even give the family and the organization time to get its footing back before you start making crazy assertions that you haven't backed up at all. And again, as a journalist, you never say, well, prove me wrong. Prove that I'm a liar. I'll release the video. Release them now. Release the text messages now. Release the phone calls now. Release the videos now. Release everything now, and then what you say is above reproach. And it does blow my mind that so many people look at this person and say, she's doing the deep dive that we all want. You just believe the narrative that's given to you. People have actually alleged that I'm being paid off by Israel, the IDF, or Bibi Netanyahu. That's how stupid this whole thing is. To take a breath, realize that I am open to hearing that something more happened than what we're being told about the official narrative on what happened to Charlie Kirk. I'm open to that. But to allege that you know something completely different and you're making all these connections that you're not willing to prove, unless somebody calls you a liar, is unjournalistic and it's unfair. And I think it's a little bit low. In fact, I think it's a lot of bit low. Give me your thoughts on this. If you're following this person that you know I'm talking about, and I'll probably put her name in the title, if you're following this person and you believe what she's saying, yet you haven't made her check her work, and you haven't called her out on some obvious questions that are there, like, why not just release everything? Well, then you've got to take a breath and realize that there's more than one side to a story. You can like somebody and think that they're great at what they do while still questioning what it is they do. Every single thing I say on my radio show, every single thing I say on Newsmax, where I appear a lot, or Fox, or anywhere else, I want you to check everything I say. Everything. Don't just take my word for it. And I'm asking you not to take her word for it, especially when she says she's got the receipts but isn't showing them. That's all I got to say on this one. Do me a favor, if you like what I lay down, make sure you're following, make sure you subscribe, and don't forget, come on!